Hey everyone, this is T-Pan here. I want to talk about how to visualize as well as how to hold yourself accountable. So I pretty much just came back from the gym and did some meditation as well as a bit of deep introspectiveness by journaling, right? And honestly, I realized that recently I started to visualize more, and that put a flame in me, right? Once again, I feel like the more I visualize painful events or certain things that I want to achieve, the more I want to get to work, the more I want to start doing work, the more I actually want to put action into place, right? And I realized over time that if you are not visualizing, you're missing out on potentially just motivating yourself to do the work. See, I think a lot of people think that discipline is great and all, but if you have an unlimited motivational factor in play, you're gonna just put in the work no matter what, right? So that's what I started doing. I started visualizing painful events that happened to me or might happen in the future, right? And that allows me to put in more work because I'm fearing that situation might actually happen. If I don't get myself to work, then I'm not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z, or that person might leave, or that person might pass away, right? So if you're able to visualize it and work towards preventing those things in a way where there are steps where you could prevent certain situations from happening, right? For example, if you don't want a person to leave, how are you supposed to provide them the best life? What are you trying to do? What are you going to do to actually help yourself to prevent that, right? And then, for example, if someone is going to pass away, what are you going to do to bless them the best life ever before they pass away? What are you truly going to do? These are certain situations that you have to visualize to put a burning flame inside of you, right? Igniting a flame to get to work. And then another thing is it's also holding yourself accountable because once you visualize these events, you're more likely just you're more likely to get back to work. You're more likely to have that fear in place where if you don't do a damn thing, you're not going to be able to provide the best life for everyone around you, right? Especially if you're a man, you have to be a provider. Even if things are tough, you have to provide, you have to care for others. And that's when you're truly a man, when you're responsible by holding others responsible and caring for them and taking care of them, right? I think that's what a man is, especially if you're also on your purpose. You're constantly pushing forward. You're constantly trying to care for other people. You're constantly providing for people. You're constantly just basically you're performing a service to other people in a way where you're constantly helping other people. Another great way to hold yourself accountable is to literally track all your progress. For example, if you hit the gym, how many reps did you do? How many sets did you do? How many exercises for every workout? Are you progressing every time? How many times are you hitting the gym? Are you hitting it consistently? Track it all down. Use Notion for God's sakes, right? I've been using Notion for a lot of things to track a lot of my stuff. For example, I've been tracking my meditation. I've been tracking when I journal. I've been tracking my workouts. I've been tracking my how many hours I've been putting into a certain skill I'm learning, right? All of this. If you're able to track it, you're able to see how much progress you're making. Of course, that's going to motivate you to do more, to actually conquer the world, to actually focus on yourself more, right? So I had a small setback for a few days because I was extremely sick. I couldn't really get out of bed, couldn't really do that much work. I couldn't really even exercise, and that sucked, okay? I'm gonna be completely honest, but I took that time to focus on myself, to focus on my mental health, to focus on being able to visualize all of those events, to visualize certain things, to visualize my success. And another thing is, I've been reviewing my vision board that I created for 2024. I've been reviewing it every single day for a few minutes, as well as my 2024 goals. See, I need to put certain things into act in order to go towards my goals, right? And if I'm not gonna make any progress, then there's no point of making that vision board. There's no point of making goals if I'm not gonna put in the work. If you if you guys are having trouble with visualizing, the easiest way to visualize is Let's take a deep breath right now, okay? And close your eyes. Breathe out, okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, so visualize this and keep your eyes closed. Imagine your parents growing old and you're a man. You're constantly playing video games. You're constantly doing all the bad habits. You're drinking, you're smoking. While your parents are out there working to provide your life and you're wasting your potential. You're constantly just doing all the bad habits. You're constantly letting people down. You're constantly letting yourself down. Your confidence is at its all-time low. You have nothing going for your life. You're not even in school. You don't have a job. You're 21 years old. You're lost, lonely, don't even have any friends around you who could help you. And then as your parents grow old, they pass away knowing that you haven't done anything with your own life, that they literally raised a child who couldn't even hold himself responsible. Now open your eyes. What do you think about that? Does that upset you? Does that frustrate you? Does that make you sad? That you're not able to care for your parents? That you're not able to retire your parents? That you're not able to even provide them certain things? That should really upset you, okay? That should make you want to work. That should make you have a reason to get up every single day, to put yourself in certain situations where you have to put in the work regardless of how you feel, okay? I think a lot of people these days don't visualize these certain things where if these painful events happen, what are you going to do? Like, for example, if your parents pass away, are you going to be able to pay for a funeral hall? Are you able to pay for a coffin? No, right? Especially if you're just playing around in life, you're doing nothing. You have to think about these certain things, even if you're young. Because anything can happen at any moment. Realize that. Acknowledge that. Alright? And this is another way to hold yourself accountable. Create a habit tracker. Something I've been using for years. And it's been holding myself accountable. Right? I've been holding myself accountable by using a habit tracker. I've been literally ticking off boxes for certain habits, journaling, meditation, reading, exercising, learning a skill, and other things in life. And even if you're at a position where you don't have anyone to hold you accountable, that's all right. You have to start visualizing every single day. You have to create the habit tracker. Literally, right after this video, create a habit tracker for 30 days, for the next 30 days, and put 5 habits that you want to track. Even if you don't make that much progress, it's better than nothing because you're not even tracking anything. All right? You got to understand and put your ego down that you're not going to be perfect. You're going to have days where you don't do things. You're going to have days where you might not even tick off any boxes. And that's all right because you got to understand the last couple of years you didn't even tick off any of those boxes for all those habits, right? You didn't even know that you wanted those habits in your life. Okay, so realize that it's all right because the current you is actually making progress. If by making the habit tracker is actually making progress, by ticking off boxes once in a blue moon is making progress. Of course, you should push yourself to focus on becoming the best, but if you can't and it takes a longer period, it's all right. Everyone has a different timeline to their life. Remember that, acknowledge that, and it's all right. Visualizing is one of the best things I've been doing recently. Whether it's for my goals, whether it's for things to motivate me, it's been helping me push forward in life again, right? Because I think for a certain couple months, I've been slightly stuck on where I want to go with my life because there's so many options. I think the problem is I'm trying to find something that makes me happy in my work, right? And I love creating videos. I really have fun when I create videos and just explain my thought processes as well as like how I'm feeling and how I could actually teach people, right? Another thing is, right now I'm learning copywriting. That's super fun. But another thing, but the problem is, am I really gonna use that skill 20 years from now? That's something I've been trying to figure out. And another thing I want to try is sales, but I'm trying to find an opportunity where I can get myself into sales, which is quite hard at the moment, especially with the job market and the economy. Everything's pretty messed up. But yeah, anyways, if you guys found this video helpful, leave a comment down below if you're going to try out the habit tracker, if you're going to try out visualization, and let me know how it goes. Just remember to visualize every day to track your progress, and that's all. Everything will be all right. Just remember to take it easy and everything will